Hi you guys, it is Lee Porter VSG checking in with you for my week 19 post VSG app update. Today is August 7th, Tuesday, exactly week 19 from my VSG surgery. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery with Dr. Ben Muir in Willoughby, Ohio on March 27, 2018. My highest weight was 330 pounds. My weight the day of surgery was 318 pounds. My weight today is 254.6 pounds. This is a loss of 0.4 pounds since last week where I weighed in at 255. It's a loss of 63.4 pounds since surgery and a total loss of 75.4 pounds. I'm 5'9" for reference, by the way. So I actually feel good about my weight loss this week, and I can argue it a little bit. It was 0.4 pounds. I did suggest last week that this week I'd have a slow week because for some reason the fourth week is always bad for me. And true to form, I only lost 4 pounds, but where I could argue that actually is last week, I think it was on Wednesday, it was the day after I weighed in last week, I stepped on my scale and it like blanked out. Like a light came on for a second and then it went completely dead and it made some weird noise too. So all the time before this, if I had broken my scale, I would have felt really badly about myself, but right now I don't for whatever reason. So anyway, I went to change the battery right away thinking that was it, and I put the new battery in and still nothing. So I asked my husband to take a look at it when he got a chance, but I told him that I was just going to buy a new scale on my way home from work the next day because, as most of you know, I am obsessed and I weigh in daily and I need a scale, and to go without one just feels bad to me. So he took a look at it the next day and he actually got it working again. I didn't know that. I still ended up buying a scale on the way home. I'm happy I did because like now the scales that they sell are like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and they do all these fancy things and they have all these fancy measurements. And my old scale, I mean, it was a digital scale, but there was nothing fancy about it. So I decided it was fun to have a new scale, and so I'm happy with my new scale. The problem is that consistently, if I get on my old scale, I weigh exactly 1 pound less than my new scale. So it is my new scale that actually shows the 254.6. My old scale actually shows 253.6. So if I were going by that weight, I could claim a 1.4 pound loss this week. But because I'm committed to the new scale and I want to move to that, I'm just going to go ahead and stick with the 254.6. And it's still a 0.4 loss during a week that I was not expecting to lose any weight. So I feel good about all that. But anyway, that leads me to the next thing I want to talk about. I actually am going to put myself on a 2-week no daily weigh-in challenge. And let me explain why. So my friends that have had this surgery and a few people that support me on this channel and just a variety of people in my life tell me that I should not weigh in daily. And I always know they're right when they say that. I just am obsessed with it. So I still weigh in daily, and obviously it pains me. But I decided that, and this is partly by necessity and partly just kind of in the name of experimentation, I am on vacation next week. So today's Tuesday, I work until Thursday, and then starting on Friday, all the way through the next week until the next Sunday, I am on vacation. I'm headed to Branson, Missouri for a variety of outdoorsy summer fun and just fun stuff. Just going with my family, my husband and my daughter. And, we will literally be gone from Saturday through the following Sunday. So I won't have a scale. I'm obviously not going to pack my scale to go, so I won't be able to weigh myself those days. Maybe I could find a scale in the gym or something like that at the hotel. But the thing is that, you can't, I have a certain way of weighing. I like to get up first thing in the morning with nothing but like underwear on and get on my scale and see what I weigh. And I don't really have that sort of access even if I can find a scale at the resort or whatever we're staying at. So I've just decided that this would be the time where I stopped weighing in today. I know what my weight is a day. Again, it's 254.6. I expect that by next week I'll lose about 2.5 pounds. That seems to be my pattern. And then the week after that I'll lose 4 to 5 pounds. So I'm not going to weigh in at all between now and August 21st. That's exactly 2 weeks from today. August 21st is a Tuesday. So on that day, after I'm back from vacation, I will weigh in again. I expect that I will see something like 248 on the scale, maybe even as low as 247, not sure. But I think it'd be refreshing to release myself from that daily weigh-in thing for just the 2 weeks, while mostly I won't have access to a scale anyway, and just see if the magic happens even though I'm not watching it, right? Like, this is the experiment part for me, to like just understand that, that the process is going whether I'm paying attention to it or not. Now, I will say that I do track every morsel of food I put in my mouth every day, and I will certainly continue that every single day of the vacation. I will continue the daily workouts. I probably will work out better on vacation, just because that seems to be my tendency. So I'm going to stick hard to the program for the next 2 weeks, but I just want to see, given that as long as I stick hard to the program, if I can just lose as expected, and maybe I will learn something. Maybe I will go to daily or to weekly weigh-ins after that, or I might go right back to daily weigh-ins. It's hard to say, but I'm anxious to kind of put myself through this little challenge and figure that out. And then just the last thing I wanted to touch on. So I said that I would stick to my daily logging and exercise through my vacation. I know that I will because I had kind of practiced this past weekend. This past weekend from Friday to Saturday, I did like my annual trip away with my girlfriends. And we went to a place called Berlin, Ohio. It's like Amish country. And my one friend is married. My other friend is in a long-term relationship. This is not a girls' like getaway weekend to go out and like go to bars and whatever. This is like 3 girls taking a break from our life, going to a peaceful setting, and just having time for girl talk. And we rent this nice cabin, and there's like, it's like a set of cabins, like maybe there's 8 or 9 or something, I don't know how many there are, but then they share a pool, and it's just a good peaceful place to get away and relax. The problem with this area is that it's like Amish country, and there are like a million great restaurants around, and they're all like bakeries, and it's all like just Amish, fattening, delicious food and bakery stuff. So I went this weekend, like, and I told myself I was just going to be good, and I was not going to eat anything I wasn't supposed to. I would certainly go out to eat with my girlfriends, but I would be ordering the grilled chicken or, burger patties, or, and I was going to count every calorie and be good. And I actually did that 100%. I actually went up a little bit on my calories each day. I went to like 1,500 as opposed to 1,100 or 1,200 where I might normally be. But I did that. It was okay to do that though, because I still did my 30 minutes of walking every morning, but then I also added in at least 30 minutes of swimming, and I like timed myself, and I was moving in the water the entire time. I was at the pool, but then I would also soak in the hot tub. We also did a good bit of shopping, and I was running around. I got lots of steps. So like when I looked at the calories I burned every day, I was well over the 3,500 mark. 3,800 even. So if I'm eating 1,500 calories, I'm still, I'm always aiming to be in a 2,000 calorie deficit. So I certainly think it's okay to eat a little extra and maybe have a treat, as long as I am accounting for every last bit of it and I'm exercising extra hard. So that is how this weekend went for me. I feel really good about how I handled the diet and the whole process this weekend. I will tell you that I come back a little bit more self-aware. I think I drove my girlfriends crazy a little bit by talking about calories and diet and being nervous about everywhere we went to eat because I didn't know what I was going to eat because I was afraid I couldn't eat anything, and trying to have snacks and trying to be really antsy about making sure we got the workouts in. And at some point, they were like, all right, enough, like just stop. So I don't know. I am really obsessed, and it's what's on my mind. I'm living and breathing this process, and I know that I need to maximize this short duration of time after the surgery to get the most benefits. And I think I've let that consume me a little bit and kind of consume my interests and my discussion, and I imagine that I've grown quite boring to the people in my life. So, this weekend just was a short period of time with friends that would tell me that, but as I reflect on my interactions with a lot of people lately, I think that I am really obsessively talking about weight loss, and it's probably pretty annoying. My friends are kind enough to be honest with me and tell me when I'm annoying, but I don't know that everybody is. So I need to think more about how to balance normal. So I get a little afraid that if I don't obsess about this and focus on it like I have been, that I'll lose track and then I won't do as well. And so I have to, knowing that, I have to figure out a way to balance, keeping it fresh in my mind, but not necessarily vocalizing it at every opportunity. Just to give you an example of something that was really annoying that I didn't think about until after it happened, we went to this place called Heine's where you walk like a circle and you try a bunch of different cheeses and sauces. Well, the sauces you try with a pretzel, and I don't eat anything like that. It's like any bread type thing. So I was easily able just to rule that out. I do eat cheese, and they were little they were little cubes, not the size of even regular cheese cubes that you might buy in a package. I would say they were that size, but cut in another fourth. So they were tiny samples, but I literally counted every single sample, so I would know. I felt like one sample was 1/4 a cheese cube, so 4 samples would have been 1 cheese cube. And I told myself that I would allow myself 16 samples, so that was like eating 3 cheese cubes, and I could account for that and log the calories. But I guess that entire process was really annoying to my girlfriends. So anyway, it's good to know and be aware, and hopefully I won't do that to them next time. But it was, it was, I don't know, it was just helpful to know more about how people are feeling about what I'm talking about. So I don't know. I got to find some balance. I got to figure that out a little bit. At the same time, I know that they know that I've gone through this process and it's really important to me. I don't think they're mad at me or anything like that, but I do appreciate their kind of bringing the awareness to my attention that I need to focus on that a little bit more. So here I am, 13 minutes out, droning on. I guess that's really all I had to say. I won't check in with you next week because I'll be on vacation. I won't have a great update. But for week 21, which should be August 21st, I will check in. So that's 2 weeks from today. Fingers crossed I'll have lost 7 pounds by then. And, had a great time on vacation and be feeling good. But I will definitely keep you guys posted. Have a great couple weeks. Take care. Bye.